What's going on, guys? The Barber Phil here, back again with another haircut tutorial. Today we've got a shadow fade. I'm going to do a little bit of enhancements on the beard, just kind of freehanding the top, taking a little bit off but not much, and then we'll curl sponge the top and bring it all together. So I'm going to start off by picking the hair out all the way, getting all those tangles out, and then we're going to use a closed magic clip, and we're just going to freehand all the way through here, keeping the same shape, just cleaning up the ends. It's going to give it a healthier look, and then we'll get right into the fade. So we freehanded the top, got the shape that we wanted. Now I'm going to freehand the sides, just coming straight up and off, giving it that box shape. We're going to come in with the Cordless Senior, modified with the Andis Master blade. I've got the blade wide open. We're scooping through the bottom of the hair just to remove all that bulk, and then when we get to the parietal ridge area, we're flicking out, and then we'll start the fade underneath that. I can't stress enough, guys, how important it is to, when you get to that parietal ridge area, that you are either consciously scooping out or like pulling that guard away from the head, or if you use a taper blade, there is a natural bevel in that blade, so you've got a little bit of forgiveness. If you have a fade blade, you definitely can't just carry that guard straight up through there, because you will remove more of that, the weight from the top than what you intended. So there were a few spots that were still a little dark, so I grabbed the 1.5 on the wall premium guards, closed it up, and I'm going down with the growth of the hair, just kind of pinpointing that area there, that line that we were wanting to debulk and take some of that darkness out. So my client usually gets a bald fade, and we tried a high taper, and he still actually wanted it a little bit shorter, but not quite the bald fade with the shaver and always at the bottom. So that's why we decided to go with the shadow fade. It's extremely short at the bottom. It's an open clipper, no guards, just long enough that you can put a sharp line on the, down the neckline, but not so short that you're, all the way down to skin. So with that open section knocked out, I went ahead and grabbed my trimmers. We're going to do the semicircle around his ear, take that naturally down the back line, mimic that on the opposite side, and then we're going to get right into the back taper. Starting things off with my FX, clearing out the bulk at the bottom. Come in, flick at that line with a backed up trimmer. Come in with the closed, no guard. We're going to halfway open it up, just kind of continually bumping that line up just a little bit, open it all the way. This is going to meet that dark line there. And then here in just a minute, we're going to use the one guard from the Andis set. So to connect that open section that we originally did at the bottom to the darker area just below the curls in the parietal ridge area, we're going to use the Andis one guard, and we're just going to open and close the lever, hitting the dark spots as we need to. And that should bring this all together. If we need to, we'll come back in with the zero guard and refine it a little bit more. So with our taper here, we're going to fade up into the hair up top, and then we're also going to fade down through the beard. So we have a no guard closed in the middle around the top of the ear. Open it up halfway, do a small section just above it and just below it. Open it all the way up, section just above that and below it, and then come in with the 1.5 with the wall premiums. That's going to blend up into that 2 guard, and then we'll connect it together here with the 1 guard. It's time for some detail work, so we're going to grab our FX trimmers, hit the back of the beard line. That's going to be really sharp, and then we're going to do the C cup. Just do that half circle, semicircle motion through there, making sure that we keep it natural. We pick out a spot on his vertical bar that we want to start that at, that keeps it natural but dark at the same time. And then you'll be able to see what we're trying to do is make that semicircle line disappear down into and then reappear on his natural top beard line. So as you can see there, I used just the corner of my blade pushing down a little bit into the line. We're trying to connect the C cup down into the beard. And so one thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to use some Tomb 45 no drip combined with the Sean Cuts hair color enhancement card. Hit that top line. It's going to be really crispy. We're going to come in with the razor, really make this line pop. We're going to stretch the skin, hold the razor at a 45-degree angle, and bring everything back to the line, keeping it consistent. And you'll see how sharp it is here in a minute. So for this top line, what we're doing is clipping the fro out of the way. I'm going to use the shield, hold in front of his face, spritz some hairspray through there, brush the hair back down so that it's locked in place. I like to start in the middle of the hairline and work my way out to one vertical bar or the other. In this case, I went towards my left, my client's right. Did the vertical bar, did the C cup. This gives me a reference for the opposite side, so we go back to the middle and then work towards the other vertical bar. We got reference points to golf up so we can keep this lineup consistent and sharp. So as always, what you do to one side, you do to the other side. It's all about symmetry. Follow your reference points for the beard line on his left side. Do it on this right side, connect it up into the C cup, and then we're going to enhance the line. We're not going to fake it. We're going to enhance this beard line by using the Tomb 45 no drip and combine it with the Sean Cuts hair color enhancement card. If you guys don't have one, the link is in the description of this video. Go pick yourself up one. I promise you it's a game changer. And then we're going to come in with our exposed blade, stretch the skin, hold the razor at a 45-degree angle, bring that razor back to the line, keeping it consistent. And this is going to be, you'll see the results in a second. It's going to be a very sharp lineup. So to reactivate the curls, we're going to spritz some water in the top, grab our curl sponge. Most curl sponges have two different sides. I like to do the one with the extended out pieces here. Work it in a circular motion all around the head. This is going to pull the hair up, and then I'll flip it over, and the side that has the hose, do that. That's going to allow those pieces that you pulled up to really get down into those grooves, and it'll pull the curls out even more. So here's what we started with, guys. Like I said, we used to do a bald fade. We've done like a low fade. So we wanted to try something a little different in between. We went with the shadow fade, open section at the bottom. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, guys, I appreciate the support for the channel. Stick with me. We're going to go with that Sunday, Wednesday schedule. So make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. That way you get an update every time I post a video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Like it if you like it. Dislike it if you didn't. And as always, guys, I appreciate it.